Today's Fox Wildcard. It's great to have Paige Hopkins back. We haven't seen her here at the Live Desk for a while. She's the co-host, of course, of Fox and Friends Weekend. Welcome, everybody. You know, Paige, what do you think about this? I mean, he says he's not wearing the pin because he thought it was a substitute for true patriotism.
I think he's trying to get the anti-war vote, is what I think he's trying to do. I think that, I mean, I agree that wearing a pin or not wearing a pin doesn't make you a patriot or doesn't make you less of a patriot if you're not wearing the pin. However, he started wearing the pin in the early part of his campaign, and as a presidential candidate, to take off the pin and make a statement like that, I think is a very calculated, deliberate move to garner some anti-war
Because
votes.
no matter how you slice it, you're taking the pin, the American flag off of you and saying, I'm not going to wear it, almost in a little bit of a protest, I guess.
But I don't think, I disagree with you. I don't think he's in trouble. I think it's not like he's got caught in a bathroom, you know, in an airport. You know, he's talking about...
Which would necessarily make you lose your Senate seat,
right.
Turns out.
It may be a conviction. But the bottom line is it gives him an opportunity, a platform to talk about patriotism. So he's in the forefront. He's on the offensive.
Shrewd political move in your mind.
Absolutely. He's not on the defensive at all.
And good move for him politically?
I don't understand liberal logic. Why can't you wear the pin and also talk about patriotic issues and also talk about serious issues? They just hate the flag.
But he's saying, you know, I mean, a lot of conservatives have been the people who have been wearing these pins and started to right after September 11th. So I think he's clearly
this idea
making
that
a statement by
conservatives
not...
and Republicans have moved into patriotism. Well, they're kind of leaving the field wide open for us.
It's really McCarthyism 50 years later. Because what he's saying is, if you wear the pin, then you're not a true patriot. What he's saying is, I'm embarrassed by this pin that represents, out of all of the things represents, civil rights and America's preeminence in the field of civil rights. So for him as a presidential candidate to say that he's embarrassed by the conduct of this nation and that if you wear a pin, that's a message that only conservatives could wear, I think it's offensive.
I just want to get Chamu in here for 1 second. Chamu, you know, he is making a statement about the Iraq War. He made that pretty clear in the comment that he said. He has, you know, the gulf between his poll numbers and Hillary Clinton's has been getting wider and wider. So is he doing this to sort of set himself, you know, further to the left in order to gain back some of those poll numbers?
I think we have to look at the facts here. The fact is that this is not a shrewd political move on his part. He wore the pin after September 11th, and he stopped wearing it shortly after that. This is not something that just happened as these poll numbers are coming in. This is, you know, an issue.
No, that's not what I'm saying, but, you know, that's not what I'm saying. I don't think there's anything wrong, and I don't think anybody here is saying there's anything wrong with wearing the pin sometimes and not wearing it other times. I don't think anybody has a problem with that.
Well, I
think that it's the statement that he said about the hypocrisy and true patriotism on the part of some of those who wore it as being the reason for not wearing it anymore. I think that's what people are talking about.
Well, in 2002, he made a very strong statement saying that we should not go to war in Iraq. He was supporting our troops in that way as well. And by deciding to not wear the pin as a pin-up patriot, I think that's a sign that the American people and that voters are going to identify with, that it's not about a fashion statement.
For the war
it's
in
not
Iraq.
A fashion statement. It's standing up for our troops.
You know,
it's supporting our troops.
It's not analogous. The stand is not the war in Iraq. That's not our flag.
All right, we're going to leave right there again.